Hi, it's Pete with How to Prep. Today I'm going to be talking about dehydrating foods. Um, I know there's a lot of very expensive dehydrators out there, and they probably dehydrate foods quicker. But I just use a cheap dehydrator that I got, I believe I got it at Goodwill. And this seems to work perfectly well. I've bought some extra trays for it, so you can take and stack a lot of food on here and dehydrate it. Um, Most of the things that I dehydrate, I'm working on some jerky recipes, which are really pretty delicious, and that doesn't make it very far into the food storage. It seems to get eaten pretty quickly, but that way at least I know that I'm on the right track. So my goal with doing food dehydration is to have long-term food storage. I like to take the food, put it into a Ziploc bag until I have enough of it, and then put it into a mason jar. Um, I use a food saver system, and with a food saver, you can buy a special attachment that goes over the top of mason jars, both regular mouth and wide mouth jars, and it will actually suck all the air out of it. You can go one step further and put oxygen absorbers inside there, and I'm told that you can store jerky for up to 2 years in jars like that. Um, like I said, normally it doesn't stick around that long, but I'd certainly like to try that. But I dehydrate a lot of things. These are tomatoes. We have a tomato garden. We were recently hit by hail, which did quite a bit of damage. So I need to reinforce the cages around the tomatoes. But what I've been doing, this is probably 3 tomatoes. So if you take your tomatoes and cut them into slices, put them on the dehydrator, leave them for usually about 12 to 18 hours. Dehydrators don't use a lot of power. They're pretty darn efficient. And so I just leave them on there and let these dehydrate. These are great for later on if you want to take and throw these in soup to add flavor to soup. They'll rehydrate. Or you can take them out of a bag and just chew on them as you're walking, if you're out hiking or whatever. If you like tomatoes and you would normally eat like tomatoes right out of the garden, these are actually delicious, and maybe put a little bit of salt on them and they make a great treat. But primarily I do this for adding into foods later on where you want to add some tomato flavor to them. So I also have here, these are grapes. Just took a bunch of grapes, probably filled 2 trays worth, and just dehydrated them down to they're pretty much flattened out. There's virtually no moisture in these, and they can be used for a lot of different things to flavor foods. These are mangoes. This is actually quite a bit of mangoes that I've dehydrated and pretty much taken all the moisture out of it, and these will make a nice treat. Once again, you could take and throw them in your pack if you're out hiking, things like that. One of the other things, this is something that I did not realize, but I recently learned, is that you can take frozen vegetables, just about any type of frozen vegetables, and take and throw them in your food dehydrator. What this is 3/4 of a bag of frozen peas. Now, it was kind of an experiment that I did, and it really works out pretty amazing. You can get a lot of frozen vegetables. This is frozen peas, and I took and put some hot peppers in there. So this could be the base for a soup, or basically to flavor pasta dishes, all sorts of things. So that's basically what this is. But it doesn't just have to be peas. You can take and go and buy mixed vegetables. An entire bag. Go to one discount store, Sam's Club, Costco, or whatever, and just buy one of the huge bags of mixed vegetables. Take your trays and put some. This one actually needs a little cleaning. Take your trays and put some mesh on here that's food safe. So just put it over there so that small things like peas or corn or whatever can't get through it. And turn it on and let it go through the entire thing and bring it all the way down to a very small amount. And then you can take that, temporarily store it maybe in Ziploc bags, and then get a mason jar and just fill the mason jar up with a lot of this. It makes great starters for soups. You can rehydrate it for a lot of different dishes. Just eat it plain. It stores in a very, very small amount of space, and it stores for a very long time. So use oxygen absorbers for things like this, and you probably should be able to get 5 years easy out of it. And just use proper storage techniques. Make sure everything's clean, and it's a great and relatively inexpensive way to store a lot of vegetables in case you need them for a later date. So that's the basics of food dehydration, what I do. Later on I'll probably show you how my jerky comes out when I do another batch. I'll give you the recipe that I use, which, boy, I found it in a dehydration book, and it's really good jerky. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.